if you're still there, why do you say tax the churches if you're still there? I would love to hear it. Curious. Why do you say tax the churches? There's a camera. Because I mean, I'm not like against it. Like, and I think I've seen somebody say that before in one of my videos or whatever. Like, I'm very, very curious of why. I mean, like, are you coming at it from a Christian perspective? Like, why? Like, are you a Christian saying that? Or I appreciate you putting that in there. That's awesome. Because from a Christian perspective, like, I'm honestly the reason like the church is a little hazy as to why we do that. Like, they get a tax write off. I think with the government, they put that like becomes like you become, what's that word? Beholden to the government. You know, you become beholden to the government whenever they give you that ability to not pay taxes or whatever. So, I mean, like, I don't think that would be the worst thing in the world. Like, but I'm curious why you would say that, tax the churches. You don't have to say anything else, but I appreciate you putting that in there. But it is a very interesting concept. I'd love to hear what you have to say. Let me see if I can hear. So right now the podcast has started. The podcast. So the recording of this. So I'm actually looking in the TikTok live chat, and Ahmad DZ said tax the churches. And it's a very interesting concept. Like, I mean, just if we had the churches pay taxes, that's very interesting. Like, I mean, there's probably a good reason why they don't, you know. But like, if it becomes then, we gotta still abide by the party line so that they don't take that away of us having to pay our taxes or become that whatever 501 BB DBD or whatever. So, but yeah, I really appreciate you saying that. That's very interesting. And let me see if I have on here sound monitoring. So I do call in. Let's see what this says. Allow call in. Yes, allow call in. But how do I have on here where people have called in. I think it's like, so what I use for my live stream or whatever is Podbean. So if anyone ever got on Podbean, I think that's how I direct them to them. If you get on there, you could call in. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Get on Podbean and go to Brandon Fogel and jump into the chat. And then I think you can call in from there. That's where you do that trial and error kind of thing, that trial run and all that. I have had somebody call in like that, and had a few times. One was successful. The other time I was recording it from my phone, and that was the only device I had on me. But now that I'm with all other devices, could actually, if you go onto Podbean and sign in, I'll let you in. I'd love to hear what you all have to say. I can go over here and see Ahmad DZ. I love why you said that. I'd love to hear why you said that. Why do you think we should tax the churches? What do you know? What do you know? What do you know, man? I need to know what you know. I need to know. In the podcast, it says, let's go. I guess that is the same way of saying let's go. Maybe it's not crazy. I'm not crazy. Oh, well, thanks for jumping in there. Sorry, baby woke up and is crying. Oh, well, we know all about that where we're at, you know. Where I'm at, we have that quite a bit. But I would love to hear what you think. It's really cool. But just to even talk about that, why should we tax the churches? Over here, man. Why should we tax the churches? What would that do? Is it? I guess like, are non-for-profit organizations, are they taxed? Not-for-profit. I guess it's called not-for-profit. Or not-for-profit organizations taxed? Like, that's a good question. It's a good question, Brandon. What do you think? What do you think, man? So you got a baby like we got a baby. Because we recently had ours, and he's been sleeping a lot better than at the beginning, you know? That's life. I guess that's kind of a silly question. Not-for-profit. Not-for-profit. Do not-for-profit. Any social, civic, religious, political subdivision, or educational organization can apply for a sales tax exemption by completing form Missouri sales tax application. This form lists the information needed. It says nonprofit status may make an organization eligible for certain benefits, such as a state sales, property, and income tax exemption. However, this corporate status does not automatically grant exemption from federal income tax. The taxes is like the name of the game. It's like, if you know the tax bracket, the tax structure and all that, and how to get around, and not even get around it. It's just how to actually maneuver through it. You know, it's like, it's so complicated. You know, and but it's that way for a reason, you know. It's in some ways it's for politicians to basically get votes and to appease their lobbyists and all that. But and in a lot of ways, it does benefit people. I mean, like you would think, like because you have a baby, you have a kid, and you get a tax write off, and it's like, why did the government decide that? And there had to been a reason, like how this whole apparatus got put together of taxes and why they do all that. It's probably to encourage some things and discourage, or maybe I don't encourage you having children because you're making something up in a productive member of society that's going to be able to build and create and make things that can pay more taxes and make the our society grow and our government, I mean our country, get bigger and better. It's just like, it's so complicated. Humans, like, we create things that are so complicated and so intricate and just so like amazing. That sounds so weird. I'm saying like the taxes are amazing, which is, I hear all day long, taxes is theft, and all that. And it's a political thing, but it's almost it's a political thing that I think everybody can almost talk about and get on board with, which, I mean, I think it's kind of weird when some people are saying certain people should pay taxes, or you know what I mean? Like, I mean, but having telling certain organizations, that's one thing. But then saying like, oh, the rich should pay their fair share or pay their whatever, when it's like, I've heard like taxes, it's like legalized theft. But then I'm like on both sides of the fence. I'm not a good like any party person at all, because like I'm all like, the government has helped so much. If you want something actually done and taken care of, and like the government is actually what actually needs to go in, is the one that actually gets it accomplished. It's like, even though there's things that there is overreach in the government and what it does, but like a lot of times it actually does do things that we could never actually do. Like there's a lot of government waste and all that. But I mean, taxes, I'm sure it's obviously a boring thing, and it's not something I'm at all looking forward to doing as we roll into the new year. That is almost like one of the worst things about going into the new year. Like, gosh, I gotta do taxes. I don't want to do taxes. It's like, and it's like when you're a kid, you have no idea. You have no freaking idea. It's like, but it's like when you get grown up, it's like then you have to start doing the tax thing. You have to do. It's like, and I was silly for the longest time. I did my own taxes. But then I got enlightened that you can pay people to do your taxes. And since I've done that, I was like, I can't even imagine ever doing my own taxes again. And even paying people to do taxes is still pain, because you still got to get the documents to them. You still got to get things set up. And it's like, but a lot of times when you pay people to do your taxes, like they get your most money back, and then you can pay them whatever out of that. I mean, you could save some, but like they're going to find things that I have no idea what I'm doing at all. There's so many funny things about taxes, and I've heard about, just comedians. It's like the government they're telling us that we have to figure out how much we owe them. It's like, it's insane. It's like, why can't you just, how much I make, how much I owe you. You could just take it from me right away, but you put me through this whole trial and error and just anxiety ridden lifestyle that I have to just figure out how much did I make in this job? How much did I make over here? How much did I do all this and write-offs and things I can deduct and all this. And like, it in the first place, why are you putting me through this? It's like their game. Why can't we just, if we do anything, why can't we come together that we do away with the taxes in this sense of us having to do it? Like they know it all. Let them just figure it out. It's like almost on the honor system kind of deal, but then it's almost, they can still come after you and put you in jail if they find out you're doing something wrong. I'm all about paying taxes. Render to Caesar what is Caesar's kind of thing, pay your taxes. But it's just, I hate the whole structure of it. I don't think I'm really going to run into anybody that's like, oh, I love taxes. It's my favorite thing. I think it's something we can all agree on we don't like. But it's, I want it. I mean, you can go to different places that do your taxes, but it's like, can we just, like, where the regular people, can we just step back and let whatever is out there and whatever needs to be done just happen, and we don't have to touch it. Maybe with AI we can get to that point. With AI, all things are. No, I'm not even going to say that. I was about to say a Bible verse, but then substitute God with AI. Ugh, that makes me throw up. But that's how it feels. Sometimes we're like putting everything on AI, but I think AI is going to do a lot in this time frame that we are living in, this existence that we are living in. Until kingdom come, maybe the smartest thing on this planet is going to be AI. We can teach it and use it and figure it all out. Figure it out, Who knew we were going to talk about taxes? Who knew? And my title was called Let's Go. And then someone jumps in and like, oh my gosh, he's talking about taxes. Taxes. Wow. That's a way to draw a crowd. Start talking about taxes, Who's your accountant? I don't know. Either way, it's not something I'm looking forward to. Not something at all I'm looking forward to. But hey, everyone that has chatted, like, I need to figure out. So, like, we're gonna go, like, we'll call them Brandon's goose chases. I'll have my goose chases, where like I go to do all my things and I'm just all over the place, and then I end up catching the golden goose or something. Like I figured out tonight. Like we figured out that I spent like 30 minutes riping on. Is it riping or griping? Riping. It's griping. I was set like 30 minutes just griping over, oh, I can't figure this TikTok thing out. I can't figure it out. I did everything but cry. And then, a special idea happened. And I asked ChatGPT, and then ChatGPT told me what it is. And we figured it out together that you do not need to go to any platform, as in the platform itself, as in Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. I was primarily talking about TikTok, but you don't need to do the studio and run the stream and then have people call in through that, because it doesn't support that. TikTok doesn't support that. But it's like the stream that I'm running it through, like right now, what I'm doing is I would do it through that. And then what people are seeing out there is from the hub that I have set up of the software, which I use OBS. And then like when I'm sending stuff to all the platforms, I'm sending it through Restream. But there's a number of options out there, But a lot of times it's what you don't know what you don't know. And you don't know what question to ask. You don't know what to say, and you're just kind of just skating through, You're just figuring it out as you go along, flying by the seat of your pants and all that. Getting low on my water. H2O. Water sucks. It does not suck at all. Just so many things. I'm a weird dude. I understand that. Like that does make me think. I will say it, like, because we're in a close knit community right now, and anyone that's here, you are the closest knit that I have. So I will tell you this: the word that someone said to me, and then this could be like my secret word that, like, if I said, I'll say to people, "What's my secret word?" You can tell me this, and it'll make me cry when I hear it, because this is the word. It was a comment that was one word, and whoever it is out there, I don't know who it is, because it's the only comment that I deleted. But I'll tell you what the word was. I don't even want to say it. It almost brings a tear to my eye even thinking about it. Ugh. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm not going to draw it out. I'm just going to tell you what it is. The word that they posted in my video, which broke my heart and made me cry. Actually, it didn't make me cry, but I let it hang up there for a while, but it's like, it just kept just in my mind, just playing. And I know people are going to say it, but like, I'm just going to say it what it is. The person said embarrassing. The person said embarrassing, which that was the word on a video that I made, and which could probably apply to millions of my videos, even though I haven't made a million videos, but it could apply to all of them. People could say that, but like, it was one that I saw that put it on there and like, just got me, and not like that. Like, and I couldn't even look at it. I couldn't keep it, and I had to delete it. It's just one of those things. You never know what's going to get you. But I mean, I've heard Mr. Beast, he's deleted comments from his videos before. And a lot of people do. People even have restrictions on things that, something like that wouldn't like set off a restriction. You can't say something like that, but what they'll catch and what you'll allow in the comments. But that was it. And you who are here and that are hearing that, you know, I won't say it again in this video or whatever, but like that's what it is. You heard what the word was. It will now live in infamy. It will now live in infamy, whatever that means. So if I did do this where like I have someone from Discord. Is anyone on Discord? Anyone using that? So are you a real person out there? I want to ask something. This was typed a while back, but it is cool because like just the other day I was doing a video and playing a game, and then someone got on here, and I was actually able to talk to them through the game, which is really cool. And then, but I do the thing where like if I don't know if they're real, because you can't immediately know if someone's real or whatever out there, and it's going to become more and more so like that. But that is one thing that AI at this point can't do, as in that's why they have those bot tests or those robot tests or whatever. There's some things AI can't do that only a human can do by seeing it. So if I throw up a number or something on this, always does that because I always show my palms. A robot could not just guess it and get it right. So it's like it's a real person when they can do that. And I think we're going to be overly saturated with AI, that like just the organic and human interaction, true human interaction, because I think it's going to become so just like closely mimicked and just so closely together. It's like we're not going to be able to tell the difference between the artificial and the organic, really, and it's just going to blend so much together, and I think we're going to develop such more of a taste for real organic from people when we get so overly saturated with AI, because it's coming, and it's just going to increase so much faster and so much more. That's what I think, and things that it can do for us, which is it's going to make things so much easier, but it's going to render so many things obsolete. But like these things that just pump into your chats, like do something which it's not really a person, but maybe like they have something that goes out there and just throws it in there just to maybe spread their message or whatever. Spam messages, that's what it is. And on this new software I'm using, it's called Stream Enhancements, or no, that's not it. Stream Elements. There's so many cool things that you can do on here, and it's basically like really, I have not paid $1 for it. I have not paid anything for this software, but I found this on YouTube a video that really helped me in getting things set up. That he directed me to go to this, and I joined his like little Discord thing, but I didn't have to. But he like showed me this thing that he's kind of supporting, or it's kind of his sponsor. He's making money off it, and I'm sure in Stream Elements they're making money in their own way. But like outright, I have not had to pay anything, and it's helped so much. There are so many free tools that are out there. And it's just knowing them right off the bat. I maybe that's something I'll do. Maybe I would like to, as I get further along and I'm using more and more stuff, to have and I'm sure a lot of people would do this, but like that has everything that I've found that's been the most useful and that's basically free, and or that it's going to give you the most value for what you need. And like just like stuff like that, like I would not have immediately known about Stream Elements or OBS. You think that people just immediately know about it, and most people don't. Unless you're actually doing this, you don't know about it. But it in itself is it's really cool. It's like it connects with your OBS. It can and like it can, what you would go buy like whatever to like for your screen, like just like backgrounds or whatever. It has some that are already there. So many that are already there that are just free and available to use, that you like whole like templates of these overlays. That's what they're called, overlays, that you can throw in your OBS, and they're just free and you can get them set up there. I've got one so far, but I haven't set it up through it. But there's so many things like that, they're definitely like, I think it feels like Google is the one that has basically started this whole thing of, it's like been the ultimate free value software or tool that's out there. Like it's just like completely consumed our lives, like taken over in like so many parts of our lives. And it's because it's free. It's like in a lot of ways, Google is free for us, and using Gmail and just so many, it almost like got the ball rolling of doing that. And then that's what it is. Like it started where like that's the best way to develop a business and a product or a service is to create something that's going to bring value and that's free to people, free to anyone out there that wants to use and be a part of what you have going, and then you can create something more and even better service, and then you can they people that want that part of it, then they can pay and they're bought in. They want to maybe support and pay for whatever it is you have. But it's like I think Google almost it feels like Google is the one that started that because they got it all set up where we just started using Google in every part of our life. And it's like we use it so much. It's like so entrenched in our life. But then eventually it became the billion, almost trillion, probably $1 trillion company. I don't even know of what it makes on so many other things. But it started with the free. It's everything. It starts with the free and what you can give people free and value. That's the baseline to growing. It's your business and growing, your reach. So, well, either way, this has been fun. I wanted to just get on here and just roll. It started off with just talk about my new camera, my first camera. This is my first camera, folks. This is the first. It's a Sony. We'll see how it works. And so it's a big moment for me. And I know there's a lot of people out there, just work with what you got, use what you got. And then as you go on, you can build to scale and all that kind of stuff. So you have to start somewhere, but I'm all about everyone out there has so much value that you can be with your life, start making stuff to help others it would make a big impact in other people's day that you have no idea how your life could make an impact on other people's. If you just start just creating stuff and just showing your life, basically just starts with just documenting your life. You never know the reach and like I said, the impact that you can make. So, all right. We'll leave it there. Thank you everyone who has tuned in. I hope you all have a great day and we'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.